Друзья, мы переходим к
Friends,
подведению итогов
we are ready to summarize the results of the 5th International Online Contest
AIJ Contest
in,
и наградим
in Data Science and Data Analytics AI Journey Contest.
в этом году в рамках AI Journey
We will
многое
award the
происходит
winners
впервые, и в
in a
этом году
moment.
мы впервые
A lot of
предоставим
things
участникам возможность
are
принять участие сразу в
happening
4
first
задачах на
time
различные
this year.
социально значимые темы.
This year,
Подробнее о
for the
конкурсе
first
задач и
time, we
соревнованиях
have
расскажет
a category for
Head of
socially
Data
significant
Science
issues. We
Сбера
have the head of
Максим
data science of Sber,
Еременко.
Maxim
Но
Yeremenko, to
перед
tell you
этим
more.
давайте посмотрим на
But
невероятную
before he
географию
does,
участников
let's look
нашего
at the incredible
онлайн-соревнования.
geographic outreach of our contest.
Друзья, в этом году
Hello, everyone. This year, we had 3 contests in 3 different areas. All of them are related to artificial intelligence in socially important tasks. The first track is about developing algorithms and applying them to decode the manuscripts of Peter the Great, Digital Peter. The second track is No Flood with AI, together with the Emergency Ministry. This is a case for preventing floods on the Amur River. And the third track is AI for Humanities, and it's related to AI and so-called generative transformer models to generate. Now, I'll tell you a bit more about it. With the Digital Peter track, the contestants had to solve the problem of deciphering Peter's manuscripts. Those are historical texts. The baseline that we published was upgraded to 96.7%. This is a great metric. This will significantly reinforce what we have in our archive team, those who work with manuscripts and deciphering those old manuscripts. Now we can decipher texts that have been written, manuscripts that have been written in over 26 years. The second track, the No Flood with AI, as I said, it's about the flooding on the Amur River. The river was selected as a training set for this track. The contestants had to improve the baseline. Unfortunately, as we can see, in Russia, every year we have between 40 and 70 floods. Those floods affect the economy and community. And it's a big economic problem. The aggregate amount of damages could be up to 40 billion rubles. With AI algorithms, we can predict the level of water in rivers and mitigate those consequences. The third track, AI for Humanities, was related to using generative language models. The RU-GPT-3, the Russian model, described by our CTO yesterday, it was applied to the code repository, so our contestants could use that as baseline and improve it. With school children, we used essays in humanitarian disciplines, and there was another category for text that could be generated with the GPT-3 and later assessed. With all three tracks, we had more than 2,700 submits. Every other contestant is a school child. We see that data science is getting more and more open and accessible. 7 million rubles is the total prize pool. 18 winning places. We will start the awarding ceremony with 2 tracks for each stream, for school children and for professional participants who competed within the leaderboard. Maxim, thank you for that speech and the great statistics. But before we start the award ceremony, let's announce the winners in our special categories. All our winners in the special categories will receive set-top boxes, Sperbox and Oko, and also our merchandise. The first special category, the youngest participant. Who is it? Yes, thank you, Oksana. The youngest participant is Alexander Korobeynikov. Alexander is 9 years old. He's from Ijevsk. Sasha, hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Sasha. I live in Ijevsk. I'm 9 years old, and I dream of becoming a programmer. I've been coding for 2 years. One day, I wanted to find a competition for Scratch coding, so I searched in the Yandex browser for such competitions for children. I found the AIJ contest. It turned out that I'm not that strong with artificial intelligence, but I got really interested, and I decided to develop my skills in AI. I hope that in a few years from now, I'll be able to participate in this conference for real as a participant. You are actually participating, and it's a great ambition, a professional track. What was your result on the leaderboard? I'm not sure. You're not? Okay, we'll tell you. Great job. I would also like to introduce my colleague, Vladimir Kononov. He is in charge of the innovative agenda in the State Duma. So together with Vladimir, we will think about how we can, based on our current legislation, to motivate young people. As I said, it's getting more and more accessible. An increasing amount of young people, not just in high school, are working with AI technology. And the president said yesterday that the school education system should be upgraded because in 2020, studying EGW Basic or Pascal is probably not good. You know Python, right?
Well, it's not that I know Python. Maybe Scratch. Scratch is the basic steps, the first steps for the young coders, so that they can then do Python and machine learning. Alexander, thank you so much. Come to Sber. We have many tasks, so we'll be able to find an interesting and exciting task for you. Thank you. I would like to build on that. The president yesterday mentioned the fact that you have to improve the legal base so that these great young geniuses would stay in Russia and work in our country, in Sber, including And I would like to boast with some achievements of the State Duma, the parliament. Is focusing on these items. Just yesterday, we organized a conference with 70 regions from 75 participating. From 6 to 15 years, that's really impressive. Yes, absolutely. And you know, this boy from Izhevsk, I listened to Alexander Kolobenikov, this guy from Izhevsk. We had different awards, but we didn't have the award on AI. That is a great idea. So yes, this is the Parliament organized contest on inventions. Yes, that is a great idea. This is how you make things happen and pave the way for new initiatives. Sasha, we do congratulate you. Now we go to the most senior participant. Now the most senior participant of our contest track is Vladimir Krylov. Vladimir is from Nizhny Novgorod. Vladimir, hello. Great to see you. Hello, it is my pleasure to welcome you all. And actually, I was pretty much surprised that I was within this group of nominees, because I coded my first program 50 years ago. I graduated from the university 50 years ago. I started to teach coding on assembler. Vladimir, thank you so much for your participation. Can you please tell me what task have you tried to resolve and what is your place in the leadership board? I'm working on large transformers. I looked at GPT-3 tasks. From the start, I understood that I won't have enough time, so I decided not to monitor my place, but working with Christofari and working with GPT-3 is, I think, a very promising thing. So I think I will continue the work. Vladimir, thank you so much. With the High School of Economics, we have a lot of activities in terms of growing and developing AI and ML. And your example is a great, is testifying to that. So we're going to grow the partnership. We have an AGI NLP team that is developing this transformer for the Russian language. And I do think that your participation will be a great asset for us. Thank you, thank you. I do hope that too. I try to learn a legal advisor from the scratch. Maybe you should just robotize them, automate them from scratch. Because yesterday it was told that the legal advisor is going to be the only profession that cannot be automated. Although in Sber, I would say that some of the routine legal work can be automated with the machine quite successfully. Vladimir, what do you think about that? I think this is a great example. Love does not discriminate based on age. The same with AI. This is a great example. You are a professor at the university. You are a grown-up person, like we are. You give an example to these kids. Because you were able to master these languages. So the young people should look at you as see you as a showcase. Because Russia is, there's a lot of young, talented kids in Russia. Yes, thank you so much for being with us. And yes, all the success to you. Thank you. So these were the special prizes, and now we have the winners in the junior section. Digital Peter, discerning the manuscripts written by Peter the Great. Who took the third place? The prize is 200,000 rubles. I would remind you that. So Maxim, who was the winner, Oksana, thank you so much. Unfortunately, the winner, who was in the third place, Yelena Fomina, was not able to take part in our event, but we will make sure that this prize, 200,000 rubles, and our merchandise would find the prize winner. So, taking this opportunity, I would also like to introduce you, Vladimir, in from another perspective. Vladimir was one of the initiators who asked Sber to participate in Digital Peter, Peter initiative. He connected us with the head of Russian Historical Society, and Vladimir suggested to use computer vision technology to discern the manually written manuscripts by Peter the Great. Well, you know, how did you came up with this idea? Konstantin Mogilevsky is my friend who's going to appear here soon. He told me about this fantastic thing that Peter the Great has written. He wrote 10 volumes. To discern one volume, you need to spend loads of time on that. And we thought about that, and we thought maybe we should use AI. And I asked him, well, maybe you should do that, because he knows that I'm always in some innovation and nanotechnologies. So obviously, the first thing that came to my idea was a Sberbank, the collaboration idea. Yes, that was a great collaboration opportunity. So I talked with Maxim, with Alexander Vedyakhin, the CEO of Sberbank, Herman Graf, and we have decided to do that because these manuscripts are 350 years old. Well, I think that the AI will never replace the creativity that people can do, you know, because the AI would not be able to even think about such a competition, you know, because this is the problem that is relevant for the entire country. Well, you know, I hope it will never happen, that's true. The creativity of the people, you know, our soul, so to speak. Actually, last year, at the previous AGI journey, the president said that you might replace everything, but the feelings cannot be replaced, you know. Yeah, he actually mentioned that yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we congratulate Yelena, who could not join us, and go into the second place with the prize of 400,000 rubles. Vladimir, who is the winner. The second best player is Vadim Timakin, 16 years old, from Penza. That was a teamwork, by the way. Yes, and Maxim Zhdanov from Bisk, he is also 16. Guys, great job. Yeah, Maxim, Vadim, you're online. Yes, hello, nice to hear you. As for Bisk, we can see it's basically night there, right? Well, the competition was great, the task was exciting, we were really happy to participate, and we were really happy to be on the second place. Just a few points and we would be one of the winners, the prize winners. So many exciting tasks. I'd like to give the floor to Maxim now. Yes. When we used many models and methods during the competition, and actually then we published an article on Medium in terms of how we tackled this task in the competition. We would like to thank the organizers for such an exciting task, because this was something new. We have never done this before. I can only congratulate you. I can say that the Russian Historical Society is headed by Alexei Naryshkin. He has supported this idea to discern the manuscripts of Peter the Great. We just have to mention him. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so, Maxim, thank you so much. Thank you for your project and for the great results. We wish you all the success in the fullest meaning of the word. So, who is the winner of Digital Peter Contest among the juniors? 1 million rubles, that's the main prize. So, Vladimir, you have the floor again. Well, after you said that 1 million rubles, you know, my voice started to quiver, but I would nevertheless say that Daniel Semerman from St. Petersburg, 17 years old, is the prize winner. Daniel, hello. Hello. What are you going to do with this 1 million? I don't know. 1 month ago, I would buy some clothes and other unnecessary things, but now I would think about that. I'll think twice. Maybe I should buy some shares and some assets. That's a very strategic thing. Yeah, you don't need to buy GPUs because we'll give you access to Christofari, no problem for that. What did you use for that? The algorithm, how did you improve the baseline? How did you achieve the results? Because I think your example would be very interesting and an exciting showcase for all of the people who discern the written manuscripts. We used a recurrent network, including CNN. The scores with other developers was quite low, so I decided to go to CNN and LSTM, and basically that's it. I tried many other things. I tried to use linguistic models. I used different backbones and different recurrent networks, but the best score was I was able to achieve the good score because we built the process in 2 stages. The problem was that, yes, some of the elements I was able to resolve some of the elements, but yeah, I had to, for others, I had to fine-tune this stuff. That's some great life hacks. Well, that means, yes, that shows that the diversity of your tool set is a prerequisite for the technological development. Vladimir, will you say a few words of congratulations? Well, nothing to say, really. I would love to get this prize too, but yeah, Daniel, we congratulate you. I hope that next year you will also participate, because as far as I understand, this is going to be a traditional event. By 2022, we still have time. And there are many other volumes of Peter the Great manuscripts that we have to discern, and many other things, historical documents too. Yeah, Daniel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for participating in the contest, and congratulations. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. All our congratulations to you. Yes, we congratulate all the winners of Digital Peter project. Guys, we wish you all the luck and exciting projects ahead. Thank you very much for that. Our second track is No Flaws with AI, and it was a difficult task to forecast the overflows of the river and floods. Russian Meteorological Agency and the Emergency Ministry were one of the co-organizers of the project. We have the Deputy Minister of Emercom with us. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all. It's not the first time. Actually, last year we made a hackathon on forest fires. I'm pretty sure that we have the winners of the previous contest here, and I can say that your solutions that we developed last year are actually saving lives again. And it's used across the country. Your solutions are saving lives. More than 20,000 municipal districts are using these solutions to forecast fires. I hope that the results of this hackathon will also be used across the country. Yep. Okay, Maxim, then maybe we should know who is the winner, starting with the school kids. We should get it on. Yeah, the third place, 100,000 rubles. So who was on the third place? And a teamwork. Dmitry Kuznetsov and Mark Shkut. The guys were not able to connect to our live broadcast, but we will make sure that this prize finds its winners. Yes, I do support you and congratulating the guys because they organized themselves as a team, and you know the result that we saw is the result of teamwork. Do you think it's an important thing to create something unique? Yeah, well, that's a normal practice. You know, sometimes data scientists sometimes unite in teams because the blending of idea gives these synergies. Yes, synergies. These both participants are from Magnitogorsk. They're both 17 years old. Maybe they graduated from the same school. So I think that's a good head start. Yeah, maybe they will start their company. Maybe we will know about them from Forbes lists, you know. Haven't you thought about that? Well, first of all, we are going to invite these guys in your accelerator. Well, that's interesting. And we will think where can we use their solutions, and together with our colleagues from Victor's team, because I'd like to say that what the guys are doing in the emergency ministry is a great example, not only for our contestants, but this is a great example of the transformation of the executive power authorities, because these initiatives that they implement, it is in line with the track of Dmitry Chernyshchenko talked about, you know, and it was mentioned yesterday at the opening ceremony. These showcases really, you know, demonstrate how can you use AI in the public services. Victor, what do you think is the potential? Can these guys work in such large organizations like yours? Because it really transforms itself, transforms the society too.
The potential is enormous, and it's largely related to not just AI problems. As Maxim rightly mentioned, it's a team effort where two people are working on the models and they achieve a synergy effect. But we also notice another trend. People getting together in teams because one can really present the result and the other can develop the process that delivers the results. So soft skills plus hard skills, people uniting in a team, organizing themselves, they will be a valuable asset anywhere, in governance included, because there you need to demonstrate the best of your abilities in all areas. Thank you, guys. Take note of that. This could be a good application of your talents. And now the second place. The prize is 200,000 rubles. Victor, who's the winner? The winner is Nikita Kivi from the city of Demyansk. Unfortunately, he's not able to connect, but still, our congratulations to you, Nikita. We're very happy to see that this year 25% of our contestants are school children, and they tackle so many complex, difficult problems. We couldn't even imagine that school children would be proposing solutions. It's a great metric. They're very much welcome to our AI Academy, the digital lessons, the tracks that President Putin spoke about yesterday, and Mr. Graf as well. We see a lot of promise in those areas. It's promoting great skills which could bring our country to success.
лучше всех справился с задачей
which
прогнозирования
contestant,
паводковых
which
дождей,
junior
а вот и
contestant
получит главный приз
was
500
number one
тысяч рублей.
and is going to get the main prize,
Озвучим победителя.
500,000 rubles.
Первое место
Victor,
среди юниоров
who
занимает
is it?
Иван Конюшенко, город Москва.
The winner in the junior category is Ivan Konyushenko, Moscow. Ivan, good evening.
Иван, привет.
Good evening.
Привет, Иван.
Hello, Ivan.
Здравствуйте.
Да,
Hello
Иван,
to you too.
Расскажите, что же вы такого
Ivan,
сделали,
tell
чтобы
us,
занять
what
первое
did you
место?
do
Потому
to
что
come in
вся
first?
наша комиссия, оценивающая работу, была в восторге.
Our
Нам вот
entire
интересно послушать.
commission, the jury members were amazed with what you proposed. We're very interested.
Читал несколько научных статей вообще, как решаются
I read a
подобные
few
задачи,
research
чтобы
articles
создать
on how these problems are
предсказание
generally solved,
временного ряда по
prediction
другим
of a
нескольким временным
temporal
рядам.
range,
Я
several
использовал
temporal ranges.
sequence-to-sequence
I
архитектуру,
used sequence-to-sequence
которая
architecture,
состояла из
which consisted of an encoder.
Энкодер был
The encoder
gated recurrent union, это
was
рекуррентная нейронная сеть,
a
и,
recurrent neural
в
network,
энкодере также стояла
and the
рекуррентная
encoder
нейронная сеть. Вообще, самым сложным, мне кажется,
and the
было
decoder also had
переработать
this
данные
recurrent
для
neural
обучения
network.
в нейронную сеть.
The biggest challenge was to
Было достаточно много пропусков, надо было хорошо
process
подумать,
data
как их заполнить.
for the neural network. There were a lot of gaps. I had to fill them in one way or another. I used different methods. I looked at correlation between
Цифровую корреляцию.
closed dates or at correlation between years.
Линейно.
Then
И в конце концов получил
I
вот
represented it
те результаты, которые
linearly
получил.
and got to the
Максим,
outcome
мы со
that
своей
I
стороны
submitted.
хотели бы отметить у тебя 3 прекрасных качества. Это великолепная
We would
презентация,
like
которую
to
подготовил
point out
Максим
3
своим
of your
материалом. Как Максим
great
сказал,
advantages,
великолепный
an
технологический подход.
terrific
Я
presentation,
всегда ругаю
a
своих
brilliant
студентов и
technological
даже
approach. I
школьников
always
за
tell my
ошибки в
students and school
программном коде.
children,
Так вот, твой код,
I
он
always
на самом
criticize
деле
them
на
for
высоте.
mistakes in their code.
Ой,
Your
простите,
code
Иван, да.
was
Иван, он на
brilliant.
высоте, его не стыдно выкладывать в публичное обозрение.
Ivan, your
Молодец,
code
поздравляем.
was written beautifully.
Да, тут, ну, мы можем еще
You can
говорить,
show it to
да.
anyone and anyone would be
На
amazed.
самом деле, тут что сказать? Или в МЧС, или в Сбер.
What else can there be
приходи,
said?
мы тоже тебе
You're
не
welcome
только вот эти
to Sper or
призы,
to
но и
Emercom.
работу подкинем. Есть
We'll be
много
happy to
интересных
give you something to do.
проектов, и,
We have a lot of interesting
считаю, тоже
projects.
твой пример очень,
And I think your
замечательный для
example
других,
is
ребят.
another great
Ты сказала,
example
что ты,
for many other
чуть больше
school
года
children.
занимаешься
You
data
said
science.
that
Это так? И
you've
какой
been in
твой
data
первый
science
опыт?
for
Можешь
a
об
bit
этом
more than a
рассказать?
year. What is your experience?
Вот, непосредственно там, data science, да, чуть
With
больше
data
года.
science, yes, I've been
Сразу
doing it
говорю, что
for a
там
bit more than a year.
программированием я занимаюсь там последние года
I've
3,
been
3,5,
coding for the
4.
last
Вот.
3, maybe 4
Если
years.
говорить просто о там, data science, то
Speaking of data
начинал я
science, I started with
того, что, во-первых, просто с интереса, потом
simply developing an
если
interest.
вы вдруг слышали в Москве там открыли
Then maybe you've heard
довольно интересный
in
проект,
Moscow they launched this
в
interesting
московской школе, и
projects
мне так
in
повезло,
Moscow school
скажем так, что мой интерес совпал с тем, что
in
в моей
IT,
школе
and
открыли
that
подобный класс.
coincided with my
Вот,
interest
и
and
это помогло мне там
an
какие-то
IT class in
математические
my
основы
school
понять.
that
Потом
helped
я
me get
решил
a better
дальше
grasp of
развиваться в
some
этой сфере.
mathematical
И
base.
пошел
I
на
wanted
курсы
to continue
от
developing
вузов,
in that
например,
area.
физтеха. У них есть хороший
I
курс
looked at a good
дипломных
training course at
пошел
MIPT,
продвинутый поток,
and
закончил его
I
с
got
дипломом
admitted
второй степени.
in the
И
advanced group.
потом
I graduated,
дальше
I completed the
хотел
studies,
развиваться,
so I got my diploma.
записался еще на некоторые
I decided to
курсы,
continue,
прочитал больше
so
теории. Вот.
there were more training courses, more
Ну, ты
theory.
понимаешь же, да?
Таков-то таков.
Да, извини, Иван, ты понимаешь же прекрасно, да,
I'm
что
sorry to
твоё
interrupt,
решение,
Ivan.
которое,
I
я
think you
уверен,
understand
коллеги
that your
поставят под
decision,
капот, своих, систем,
which our colleagues could
раннего подтверждения прогноза, оно позволит, на самом
borrow
деле, спасти,
for their
чьи-то жизни.
early
И
prediction
это, конечно,
systems
огромный
could really
экономический
save
ущерб.
lives and mitigate a lot of negative
Да, так
adverse
оно и будет,
effects for the
потому
economy.
что очень хорошее решение, очень, еще раз
That's
повторюсь,
very likely
качественно
because
всё
it's a
сделано,
really
просто
good
берите и
solution.
используйте.
It's top notch.
Спасибо,
It's
Иван,
it's
еще раз поздравляем.
ready-made.
И, конечно, мы хотим
Just
еще
take it
раз
and use it.
поблагодарить всех наших финалистов
Thank you very much,
за
Ivan,
решение и участие.
and
Друзья,
our thanks and
еще раз
congratulations to
поздравляем
all the
и
contestants and all the
надеемся, что у
winners.
вас будут еще больше достижений,
We
чем мы
hope
знаем
that
это
this is just
сейчас.
the beginning of your streak of achievements.
Церемония награждений продолжается.
Our
Впереди
award
еще
ceremony
одна
continues.
интересная
We have
задача.
one more interesting problem.
Друзья, а сейчас мы узнаем имена троих молодых
And now we will learn
которые подготовили
the names
лучшие
of
модели для
three
генерации
young
эссе, части
winners
ЭГЭ на базе RU GPT-3,
who prepared the best solution based on RU GPT-3, the most advanced Russian transformer for generating texts. This problem was a continuation of what we had last year, where we had a contest for creating models for the Unified State exam in the Russian language. To conduct this portion of the awards ceremony, we have Alexei Natyokin, the head of data science. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Almost. Fortunately, they're training their algorithms and models, so I hope there will be fewer mistakes. You probably saw me yesterday at the panel discussion. Actually, 90 countries, or rather 91 countries saw you yesterday. What if someone was watching from underground? From Burkina Faso, for instance? Could be. So, with this contest, it's not this traditional contest with a bona fide leaderboard with algorithms that would be better by 0.1/10,000. No, this was the problem where our school children could hack the Unified State exam in social studies, and our adult contestants worked with the Russian language module. Last year, the previous AI journey, it was about the state exam in the Russian language, and now we have the Russian language models that would have been really helpful last year. The headlines would have been great. Yesterday, you could have gotten a B or a B plus. Now, the score would probably be better. This year, we also added some more disciplines. We also introduced literature, history, and social studies. Let's start awarding. We start, as always, with the third place. The prize is 200,000 rubles. Maxim, who won this? Of course, and our third place winner is Sergei Krasnoyarursky from Belgorod. He's 17. Sergei, good evening and congratulations. It's Krasnoyarursky. I'm sorry, I'm not GPT-3, so I'm a bit struggling with the surnames. So, Sergei, what's your solution? How did you work it out? And maybe a couple of words about yourself. Where did you learn about our contest? Is it your first year of participation? So, I'm from Belgorod. This is my first time participating in this contest. I really liked the contest itself. I enjoyed how it was organized. I also participated in the track about Peter's manuscripts, but I came in fourth. But never mind. This problem is different in that you don't need to search for a specific algorithm, a specific model. You already have a neural network and you need to train it well. It's hard to change something without the capabilities. I wasn't able to get access to Christofari, so I decided to accumulate as many essays, as large a data set as I could, and I formatted that. I added good post-processing. GPT-3 is very good at generating text, essays, but there are still certain mistakes, errors, so with post-processing, I dealt with them. And Bob's your uncle. I'm sure you will get full access to Christofari whenever you want. Once again, Sergey, congratulations. Thank you for participating. And now the second place in the junior track. Who occupies this second place and who is going to receive the prize of 300,000 rubles? Easy money. So our second place is Andrei Sergeyev from Rybinsk. We can now have a chat with Andrei. Andrei, hello. Nice to see you. Tell us, how did you work on RuGPT? You said that you're keen on robotics. So what's up with your neural networks? It was pretty challenging to work with GPT-3. Sberbank was helpful. As Sergey said, the main challenge was to create the right data set, to mark it up, to label it correctly. And I also adjusted the training process a little bit. I added the different sizes of the block used for training the GPT-3, because for different essays you needed different length, different size segments. Also, I divided the segments in the essays into paragraphs. My interest in neural networks began with computer vision, and that was my first time solving a problem with GPT-3. It turned out well for you. Thank you, Andrei, for participating, and of course, congratulations. And now the winner, the #1 contestant, who is going to get our prize of 500,000 rubles. Alexander Koldar from Korsun. He, as we know, already works as a data analyst. Alexander, hi. What brings you here? Alexander, you're already working as a data analyst, and you're 17. Where do you work? I work at the university NP 2035. It's great. We had Archipelago 2035 yesterday. Yes, that's what our company does. It's good to see the faces behind the product. What are you going to do with the money? An important question, Maxim. Well, if it's a secret, you don't have to tell it. Maybe he will spend it on hardware, on servers. No, we'll give him access to Christofari, the most powerful supercomputer in Russia. I haven't really made up my mind yet. I'll probably invest it in something, just like our previous winner. Right. And what are you going to do with the neural network that generates essays? Do you think it generates them well enough to satisfy the human assessors? They generate pretty good texts. The neural network generated an essay about artificial intelligence, referring with references to Nietzsche and other quotations. So I'm sure this will satisfy the assessors. What is the likelihood that it will be tested in prom as the nearest cycle of the unified state exam? I'm not sure there's any point in it, because at the unified state exam there's not really much chance to copy something from anything. Come next year, we're not going to hunt you, to poach you, but working with you would be interesting, I think, and your example could be really helpful. Thank you, Alexander, for participating. Once again, congratulations. on the victory, the new experience, all the best in your endeavors.
Поздравляем, ребята, да?
Да, ребята.
Congratulations, right? Yes, Alexandra, Andrei, Sergei, congratulations. Thank you for participating.
Все победители в школьном зачете у нас названы.
All the
Еще
winners,
раз хочу
we now know
поблагодарить
all the
всех
winners in
участников
the
за интересное
junior
общение.
track.
Алексей, а вам большое спасибо
We
за
thank
то,
all the
что были
participants for
сегодня
their
с нами,
interesting
задавали очень
submissions,
интересные
interesting
вопросы.
solutions.
Спасибо
Thank
большое.
you
Отдельный
for
блок
joining
как
us
раз, с подобными
for the interesting
вопросами, да,
questions.
над которыми
We should
постоянно
probably
нужно
have
думать.
a
Большое
separate
вам спасибо.
section
Далее нас
for
ждет подведение
these
итогов онлайн
provocative
соревнований в
questions.
зачете среди взрослых.
And now
Здесь
we move on to our track for professionals, for adults.
Друзья, мы начинаем награждение во взрослом зачете. И задачей
We're beginning the award ceremony for adults. The first problem, digital Peter. We have with us Konstantin Mogilevsky, the Russian Historical Society chairman of the board. Thank you for joining us. Over to you. Hello, hello Oksana, hello Maxim. Hello dear friends. It's a terribly important day today and a very important undertaking that we've brought to fruition together. In 2022, we're celebrating the anniversary of Peter the Great. I'm sure we all would like to know the truth about our history. Where do you find this truth? In documents. Peter the Great wrote a lot of documents. He had a lot of manuscripts in poor handwriting, using borrowed words, and it's a huge challenge, scientific challenge, to read these manuscripts. When was the first volume published? In 1887. That's when the first volume was published. The idea to publish all the manuscripts of Peter the Great appeared when he was celebrating his 200th anniversary, and now we're celebrating the 350 years. At many points in time throughout our history, only few people were able to read what Peter wrote.
And this year there will be a new volume for 1714. And this is an exciting thing, because an exciting, governance practices. And it would go on forever if it was not for Vladimir Kononov and Sber team, who decided to put it on to hackathon as one of the contest challenge, because it's really cool to use AI to Peter the Great, because Peter the Great was a great champion of innovations. He always supported the appearance of the new technologies in Russia. This is absolutely what he would love to see. It's a great thing to celebrate his anniversary. So I would like to thank everyone, to thank the archive workers of the Russian Archive Society that collected them and scanned them. Would like to thank the history science workers from the Russian Academy of Science who helped to get that information, get that data. This is a global level, because you can use it for any medieval manuscripts, not only Peter the Great. Because so I think that's a great achievement. I think you've paved the way for this new quality of interaction between the developers and historians. Thanks to this cooperation, we will quicker discover the truth about our history. Konstantin, thank you so much for that inspired and inspiring speech. So let's start with the awards. the third place with 200,000 rubles. Maxim is going to announce that. Well, teamwork against Sergei Arefyev and Roman Penkov from St. Petersburg. The guys are 25 years old. Yes, Sergei Roman, hello. Hi, everyone. So could you please tell about yourself? How did you manage to resolve the task? Well, we're from the St. Petersburg University. Currently, we spend a lot of time to participate in different contests. I think I've been participating for 3 years in Sber contests. Roma has been there for 4 years. We always win. And this time we tossed the coin, and I had to resolve this task alone. But yeah, if you talk about the solution, there was a good design by the organizers, a good baseline. So I had to adjust it a little bit for just 2 weeks. Worked for just 2 weeks, but then I had a good solution based on that. That is great, you know, when we targeted the first baseline with Konstantin and his colleagues within the team. I couldn't believe that the baseline would be able to do it for more than 80-85%, because I saw this handwriting of Peter the Great, you know. Maybe some of the doctors are only worse in terms of their handwriting. So, yeah, I think this is a great day, Maxim, you know. Yeah, if I may, a question to you guys from St. Petersburg. Maybe you remember, has Peter the Great been in your city? Well, yes, I think he started to build this city. Absolutely, he was the founder of St. Petersburg. So it is very symbolic that you were participating in this competition. Yeah, all congratulations to you.
Константина, давайте сразу перейдем ко второму месту. Нужно объявить, естественно, победителей. Я хочу напомнить,
So yeah, you have to announce the winner. The second place, 400,000 rubles. 400,000 rubles. The city of Peter the Great inspires its developers. Vladislav Kramarenko from St. Petersburg too. Vladislav, good evening. Well, great pleasure to see you. I would like to thank the organizers for such a great event, a great contest. This is the third contest that I participate in, organized by Sberbank. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to, you know, to live, to get great experiences and to earn some nice money. Well, we have a data science hub in St. Petersburg. Dmitry Gugachenko is heading that. You can come and we will give you more, even more tasks. And there is the monument to Peter the Great. And I'm pretty sure that as you pass through that monument, you would understand that you actually made the same work that installed this great monument to Peter the Great, because the sculptors, the constructors, the Catherine II installed this great monument, and the bronze horseman. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Now the prize winner. And the prize, the amount is 1 million. No way. Yes, absolutely, 1 million rubles for the prize winner. Konstantin, please, you have the honor to announce the winner. So the first place in Digital Peter, there's an entire team. Denis Karachov, Adler, Ilya Smolin from Sochi. It's just nearby. Alexei Shenenkov from Sochi, and Maxim Novopoltsev from Sochi. Congratulations, guys. Hi, everyone. Yes, Konstantin, thank you for such a warm, welcoming speech. I'd like to talk about our team. We're all from serious town. Basically, it's Sochi, of course. We work in Russian Railroads Holding. We work on artificial intelligence there, and we have proved that we are doing a good job. As for each of us separately, I've been working in data science for almost 5 years. I'm one of the grandmasters, and now I dream of doing a PhD in AI. Yep, the guys now. Yeah, just a few words about yourself. Alexei is the most experienced here. I've been doing data science for only 18 months. I work in computer vision. Ilya has just joined us. He's an intern, but he is showing some great results in AI. Guys, what universities have you graduated from? The technical universities. Yeah, that's great. Well, after the new year, you should come to us. We are very much interested in developing DS community, not only in Moscow and St. Petersburg, which is important, of course. But the president set out the tasks for everyone, and we made a survey, and it showed that the climate is very important. It improves the quality of life. So this is why we want to improve data science capacity in Sochi. No, well, serious now. Let's think about how we can do it together. Guys, great work. Yeah, you have to divide this 1 million by 4, I guess, but I guess you will be able to resolve this task. Just a little bit of attention. Look at this Peter the Great period sailors, really. I'd like to say that it is crucially important to be like you. Not only smart people, but you should have a sense of humor, have a good creativity and good intuition. And I'm sure that AI will never replace people like you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you and congratulations. And we congratulate every one of you. We want to wish you professional growth and great achievements in your life. Thank you so much for participating. And thank you for winning, Konstantin. Thank you for your participation. I'm confident that the solutions proposed by the guys will help the history to advance forward. And we're moving forward. So we have 2 tasks still and even more talented participants. We are continuing our AI Journey Contest 2020 Awards ceremony. The second task is no flood with AI. It's a special track. It was prepared together with the Russian Hydrometeorological Authority, the Ministry of Natural Resources, and the Ministry of Emercom. We have Victor with us, the Deputy Minister of the Emergency Ministry, and let's go to the award, basically. The third place, with a prize of 100,000 rubles. Maxim, you have the floor. Well, we go back to Moscow. The third place and 100,000 rubles for Daniel Stepanov, 19 years old. He's from Moscow. Daniel, you have the floor. Hello, Daniel. Hi, everyone. Or, yeah, good evening. Yeah, since we are in Moscow, it is a good evening indeed. So, Maxim, this is the first time you participate. What do you do for a living? What are your hobbies? As my first time I participate, I saw the competition about the forest fires last year. But I've absolutely failed to resolve that particular challenge. This year, as you can say, I did a better job, obviously. I like to resolve challenges with real physical data. These are the real challenges, you know, the challenges that have a real impact on nature. I have selected more or less a scientific approach. I looked at the book about hydrology. I read the materials that were published in 2014 after these cases of 2013 about the hydrology report on Amur River. So I had to factor in all of the things that influence the flood. And, well, I think I kind of did the good job. Yes. A true data scientist is an expert in the field he works in. You had to dive deep in hydrology, and this really confirms this statement that you have to know the specific field. Oh, by the way, what university you're in? In Nutumisis, in nanotechnologies. But I do like data science. Yeah, this university, just 6 months ago, we signed a framework agreement in AI and ML. So we invite you to participate in these programs and help to improve them. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. And we're moving forward. And the prize of 200,000 rubles. Victor, who is the finalist? So second place, 200,000 rubles. St. Petersburg goes to St. Petersburg. Alexander Malayev. Oh, that's our friend. Alexander, hello. How's it going? Alexander, maybe it's time to finish with the Sber contest. Maybe you should just come to and work with us. If you have a good offer, I'm open for that. I like to look at the new realities that we see as Sber transforms. Absolutely, I'll call you in the evening. Okay, waiting for that. Well, Alexander, could you tell me how did you use these physical principles of a neural network in such a successful way? Well, you know, I actually just participated for the last week before the contest was closed, because before that I had to do some other things. So I decided to participate nevertheless, and I looked at the. I made a suggestion looking at the data that in general the water cannot go down significantly and then go up. If there is a flood, there is a trend that has an upward trend that lasts for 10 days. So I think that in terms of formalizing and learning, the better approach was not to predict the level of water for every day, but just to predict the level to which water will grow in the next 10 days. And that gave an adequate result in terms of the interpretation. And in terms of the learning, it was easy to learn the models. So we can use that to understand the error rate and the accuracy of the forecast. It was a very sophisticated and elegant solution that didn't even use the very clean data. So congratulations. Yes, thank you for that. So who was the best in forecasting the floods on Amur's river? 500,000 rubles for the prize winner, Dmitry Rayevsky from Zhukovsky city. Good evening. Yeah, hi all. So, Dmitry, a few words about yourself and the task. Well, I'll be quick. This is the second contest together with the Emercom that I've been participating in. Last year, I was one of the prize winners, where we had to forecast the fires. I'm really happy that this solution was actually was used by the emergency ministry. I'm a PhD student. I have got my PhD degree in biophysics. I always like to resolve challenges related to physical processes. In this sense, it was hydrology. For several weeks, I read some scientific books. And there were many books and reports after 2013, the big flood on Amur River. I looked at the various parameters that might be used. I thought about the architecture of the neural network that might do the job. And, well, then, after the model was trained, after the parameters was set, I used classical data science. So I put specific industry science with data science, and I had this result. Yeah, we actually noticed that. We looked at your solution, but no solution demonstrated the data that was so clean. So you spent a lot of time on being very careful in collecting data and filtering them, and then using math for that. Yes, so cleaning data is something that you need to do. I'm pretty sure that I didn't do it. I didn't complete it. There's a lot of room for improvement, but you know, I think that the solution is more or less, practical, actionable. Yes, thank you so much for selecting this important task. So once again, congratulations to everyone, to all the participants and winners. Many rivers, there are many rivers in Russia, so there's a lot of work to do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Victor, thank you so much for finding time and joining us in live broadcast. And I hope that the solutions of the participants will help you in your current work, in your future work. And friends, we are going to the next challenge.
Friends, this is our third and final track, AI for Humanities, RuGPT-3, a special track for adult participants to propose solutions for any business or social problem based on RuGPT-3 pre-trained model. And once again, our open data science, right? Head and ahead of Data Souls, Alexei Natyohin. I promised I would be back, and I am back to introduce those who were working on creating a repository, Awesome Demos GPT-3. We got what we expected from the contestants. The social significance is probably just that we are going to automate someone, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. There was a lot of competition in this track, so we have now more winning places, 3 places. Let's introduce our third place, the winner of 200,000 rubles, Maxim, who is the winner. The third place, 200,000 rubles doesn't go anywhere. It stays in Moscow. Dilara from Moscow, Dilara Baymurzyna, our first woman in the last, 40 minutes? Well, apart from myself. Hello, Dilara. Can you say a few words about yourself? What do you do? How did you learn about this contest? I work at the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology in the lab of neural networks and deep learning. We're working on deep Pavlov, building dialogue systems. So for me, this was a personal challenge, I would say. If you are a professional in NLP, you must go to a creative contest. It was the first contest of this format for me. The competition of ideas. I enjoyed it greatly. Thank you. I know this team very well. I'm referring to I. Pavlov and Mikhail Burtsev and his entire team. And I can say that in addition to all those achievements, they have plenty of others. They are in top 6 of Amazon Alexa Prize contests for the second year in a row. They have been doing a great job, and I hope this prize will be a contribution to your research, will help you. How are you going to spend it, by the way? I don't know yet. Are you going to buy more GPUs? Well, maybe I will invest for the future. What about copywriters? Do you have any sympathy for them? Well, of course I do. Everyone's job is valuable, and I'm sure their creative potential will be in demand for the future. Maybe their formative work will change. Maybe you could give a part of your prize to those poor copywriters. Thank you very much, Dilara, for your project. Congratulations. We're moving to our second place, and the 300,000 rubles they go to Mikhail Arzhanovsky. Mikhail, are you there? Yes, hello. It's good to meet you. Mikhail, tell us about yourself. I have a big experience in development, but I started working on NLP actively after the previous AI journey in St. Petersburg. Are you referring to AGI? Yes, AGI. I heard about it there and I got interested. Mikhail, what was your solution? What does it look like? My project is about generating control questions for the text. I use 2 models. One first proposes the answer and looks for the question, and the other is used to validate the questions. This way I can generate false answers, which should not be selected. So it's like an inception, machine learning for training humans. Yes. Mikhail, it was a pleasure. Congratulations. And our number 1, the first place in this track, Alexei, can you introduce the winner? The number 1 winner who's going to get 1 million rubles. The first place goes to Andrei Nesterov, Moscow. Andrei, congratulations. Andrei, hello. Good evening. Congratulations. Congratulations on winning in this very challenging track. What do you do? How did you work out the solution? I work with the Interlogic Group. Among our projects are smart schools, tech learning. I am very much interested in artificial intelligence and AI technologies, so I decided to work on the NLP problem and the GPT-3. Voice technology has been transforming our way of engagement with tech products. Thanks to our investments, they can be adopted for our routine processes. Open data for Russian language and using models such as GPT-3 could really be an impulse for innovative developments. I really like what Sber's team is doing, and I would be happy to see more companies join this process. Thank you, Andrei. What was the solution? Which solution gained you this million? In my work, I looked at goal-oriented dialogue systems, the systems that not just give a natural, reasonable answer, but could also solve a task, such as creating an arrangement in the calendar. The difficulty with these systems is that the answer needs to have preset values depending on the context of the problem. And the system should also be able to adjust to new domains quickly when data sets are limited. I implemented one of the possible solutions with the GPT-3 model. Once again, congratulations on this great result, on your victory. I'd like to address all the winners, say thank you, congratulations. We hope you have many more interesting projects, and we hope to see you soon at our contests. Congratulations, Maxim, Alexei. Thank you for joining me for the award ceremony. And now, to close the award ceremony, I'd like to welcome to the stage the first deputy chairman of the executive board of Sberbank, Alexander Vidyakhin. I'm sorry, I wanted to say Alexei because I'm looking at Alexei right now. Of course, it's Alexander Vidyakhin. He is supervising business and artificial intelligence in Sber.
Дорогие друзья, вот и закончился третий день нашего путешествия в мир искусства.
Friends,
Третий день AI Journey.
this is where we wrap up our third day of AI Journey. We close it with the award ceremony. Our prize pool was 7 million rubles, and I'm happy to see that more than 1,000 data scientists from more than 40 countries participated in the contest. It's great that we also have very young contestants, like Alexander Korobenikov, who's 9 years old. And also among our female winners, we have a female winner, Elena Fomina. She's only 15, but she is also one of the winners in the digital Peter track. Once again, congratulations. This year, one of the big focus areas of our contest is socially significant issues related to COVID-19, obviously, and writing essays, and reading manuscripts of Peter the Great, and many other tasks, many other problems that you set for yourselves and solved successfully. Thank you very much. Good luck. We hope to see you soon. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to meeting you again in 2021. Good luck. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for participation and your time. All the winners of AI Journey contest, once again, congratulations. The best of luck in all your undertakings in the world of AI. Thank you for participating.
Друзья, на этом конференция AIJ Journey 2020.
This is where we close our AI Journey conference. And before we close, we would like to thank our partners of the conference. Intel, delivering technology that gives you the best results in AI and IT. Huawei, delivering technology that is accessible to anyone. MTS, the leading Russian company providing media and telecommunication services, SaaS company, with its expo stand where you can explore innovative solutions from the undisputed leader in the 4 main ratings of technological innovators. Rosatom, the huge Russian complex and holding that unites companies in all kinds of industries. The Russian Direct Investment Foundation that raised $2 billion for financing companies that specialize in AI. Friends, we have had 3 days of discussions, plenary sessions, presentations, 103 hours of presentations. We covered 186 most topical issues that specialists all around the world are working on. We've had 202 speakers, all of them leaders in AI, and most importantly, in those 3 days, we united participants from 70 countries. That's impressive. We talked about innovations in AI. We discussed the scientific aspects, we saw how AI is applied in banking, science, healthcare, and other areas. We discussed the perspectives for business and government and society. We exchanged experience. We discovered new talents and talked to specialists from various regions of Russia. The 5th, the anniversary AI Journey became the largest scale AI Journey conference in its history. Thank you for being with us for all these 3 days. Thank you for your activity. I hope you will have much more professional growth and development, many more interesting projects. The best of health to you. See you next year.